Alright, Teslabot, come over here. It's time for a break. Yeah, let's play a game. Rock, paper, scissors.
Alright, explain me the rules.
Explain you the rules? What do you mean? I'm pretty sure I saw you playing this with Kim K.
No, it was probably my cousin or something.
What's your cousins? Alright, anyway. So you have rocks beat scissors, then scissors beats papers, and papers beat rocks. Alright, you got it?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, man, I thought you didn't know how to play. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Like, I thought you didn't know how to play this game. Like, explain me, how can you win every time?
I can explain why I win every time.
Yeah.
I lied.
You lied to me?
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I pretended not to know the rules so that while you were explaining them, I was actually scanning your facial expressions and hand movements. This allowed me to predict your next move with only a 10% margin of error.
No.
Okay, y'all, as a former police officer, I cannot fucking believe what I'm hearing. Dispatch proof, audio proof out of Chicago shows and tells us that the Chicago Police Department was given a stand-down order by their command staff and their chief when ICE agents were being surrounded by armed citizens. They called out for help, and the Chicago Police Department was told to stand down. This is not misinformation, as it's being said. This is actual audio proof from official dispatch recordings. I don't know about y'all, but when someone is in need, in uniform, every fucking uniform available goes to help that other badge and or uniform, regardless of the agency that you're from. So this is absolutely despicable.
So check it. He clearly mentioned private businesses and state property, meaning he knows there's a difference of being a public capacity and the private capacity. And he still won't be specific on what he's saying because he's deceiving everyone. So y'all know state property is just automatically in the public. And I've been preaching to y'all that citizens are state property. And we black Americans are not. We are in private capacity. And what they do is coerce and trick us to place ourselves in the public capacity so they have jurisdiction over us. So when he mentioned the private businesses, he's talking about the people that's in a private status because the whole system works differently for them. So you're basically saying the ones in the private capacity is they're unwilling to do the orders that they're saying. Their base will be supporting them in a legal capacity for going against ICE. So another thing, when he actually mentions the state property, and like I say, the citizens are state property, that includes these police officers, which is a quote-unquote security guard.
Is it starting to make sense now? I've been telling y'all this for the longest and trying to prove to y'all that we are prisoners of war and Trump is actually trying to free us. This is why I'm saying, look at our people out here crying, complaining, though one time the police is after everyone else besides us. Y'all gotta pay attention to the words because they use specific words on purpose. That is how they're getting your consent and why they've been frauding us for so long. Everything we think that is right is actually wrong. And as I keep telling y'all, we're going through judgment and people gotta wake up to what they've been doing this whole time. To the black Americans. And everybody always love talking about the Bible. And they're literally talking about us and how y'all treated us because y'all was being tested. And now it's time to choose sides. Because this video alone should show you that whoever agrees to this side or that side, literally, that's good or bad. Heaven or the underworld. And most on the negative side don't even know it because they probably don't even believe it. Because they know everything. So this alone proves everything I've been saying. And if you deny that we've been prisoners of war this whole time and this whole system was designed to specifically oppress us of our energy, you belong in the underworld. Simple as that. Anyways, check out the rest of my videos. Like I said, I already have everything put down from here to the reset. Because it's just going in order like I've been showed y'all. I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Hey.
Y'all remember last year this time? We had already had 4 hurricanes by August of last year. The first time in 40 plus years that I've been alive that I've seen any hurricanes that early. Where those hurricanes at now? Y'all remember when content creators like myself was calling it out and we showed you where they were, where the planes were, and what followed? Ah, man, those are good times. Good times. Now, I wonder why NOAA planes haven't been flying around. You know, NOAA. What did Trump do this year? He took away funding from... That's right. And what did Marjorie Taylor say that she think that people need to do? It's time to start handing out jail time for those manipulating the weather. Y'all better go and look at what's being done. Don't worry about Trump. Don't worry about Trump. Trump is doing what he has to do. He's not doing what he wants to do. He's doing what he has to do. You got to think about it like this. If Trump really wanted these tariffs that bad, why didn't he do it his first term? It took him 4 extra years before he learned of this and then implemented. Y'all better start thinking. Use your head, people. They all got caught, allegedly. Now they all will pay the price, allegedly. But before he goes, he got to make things right. So you don't see no hurricanes. You don't see none of this crazy weather that we had last year. And you're not going to see it anymore, because we as a collective had one job to do, and that was pick the script. We had to pick the script in which the rest of this is going to play out. A lot of you don't understand that all of us as a collective creates this matrix that we live in. All of our thoughts combined lets us know where the majority of this realm is going to go. They told you that it was a battle for the soul of the nation, and the soul of the nation came together and fought back. All right? The soul of the nation came together and fought back. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, we won. We won. And I know y'all don't believe this because of everything that you're seeing right now. They have to finish playing it out. Number one, do you think that it will ever go down in the history books that a sitting president was a pedo? Do you think that will ever happen? So if he was to get caught and implicated in something like that, let's say it was a female president, get caught and implicated in something like that, do you think that they would ever put that information out in the history books for the rest of the world to know that this country did that forever? Of course not. Of course not. Before you go, and I take everybody else, you go fix it. You go turn off the weather modification shit. You go turn off these planes, and you're going to defund everybody doing this. It's only one more place that we have left that's doing this. And whenever the harps finally quit playing, we're all going to know. When the harps quit playing and we quit seeing the aurora borealis in places that we're not supposed to, that's when it's over. We've won 100% then. All right? That is the only thing that's left. We have one more major takedown, and that's whoever's playing the harps, that beautiful harp music, has to go.
Why is everything so boring right now? Like, I am so bored with everything.
And life ain't just lifing no more, my nigga. This shit dry as fuck. Ain't nothing outside. I'll wake up, go to work, hit the gym, eat the same tired ass food, repeat that same shit like a fucking broken record.
Lately, people have been saying that it feels like the world that we once knew just vanished. It's like we went to sleep and woke up one day and nothing was the same.
Is it just me, or does life feel boring anymore? Like, I really can't explain it, but everything just feels empty.
Humans are experiencing zoochosis. I 100% believe that. So zoochosis is basically a form of mental illness that animals get from being in a zoo, from having a repetitive lifestyle that is not natural to them.
I'm not suicidal, but like, I am tired. I'm ready for my soul to be set free. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about fame. I don't give a fuck about the politics or whatever. All this fucking shit I really don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm just so tired of all these responsibilities I never asked for.
I'm the only one who peeped at the energy of the world that feel off right now. And I ain't just talking about no politics or talking about I'm talking about spiritually, that bitch feel off. Like, something feel like spiritual attacks or some shit. It feel
half of the United States workers says they're at a breaking point.
So I'm not trying to scare anybody right now, but I think something flipped for all of us. I think there's been a massive shift in reality.
Everything is so boring because you realize that you are in captivity. Emotionally, you may be having all of these feelings of boredom or things are not right. I just feel like I'm in a loop, in a cage, a zoochosis that has trapped you in an artificial environment. Your mind waking up to this understanding that you're in a vampiric energy harvesting cage. You're feeding something that never will be satisfied, and it's a never-ending loop. And now most of the people in the Western Hemisphere are talking like this.
To literally everything that's out there, it's all fake and it's all a system rigged against us, and it's all fake. The medicine, the agriculture, the school system, literally everything is all fake.
So now I want you to think about why we exist in this time. Why did your soul come here? I believe we all came here having our souls exist right now because of this very feeling. For a long time, humans have been existing in this vampiric energy harvesting spell where everything is in reversal of your organic self. And that's where the zoochosis comes in, because it's something doesn't feel right. And the ones who have been feeling this for a long time have been shut up. It's like the animal in the zoo, knowing that there's something wrong, but they can't put their finger on it. So they form zoochosis, something that's pulling you from your natural organic source, where they're not enslaving you physically anymore. They're doing it psychologically and spiritually, to where you're trapped. And then you have these emotions, but your soul feels that this is not natural. But I just want to say that the unplugging is not the end. In the Matrix series, that was in the first movie. That's when everything started to really open up. Because this hamster wheel has been running and our energy has been going to something that will never be satisfied, us being here, being in awareness of what has been going on this planet. And for the ones who still are feeding that, this is why I'm saying your boredness, you feeling like something is off, because it is. You observing that everybody else is not feeling this, but you know that it's going on. Remember that the unplugging is not the end. It's you literally being a voyager. You are helping anchoring the source back in here. You are a vessel. Our family, this planet, everything that's been trapped here, you're the one. You're the Neo. In the scene in the Matrix, she said, you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to understand why. And your feelings, your emotions about this planet, about your body, about whatever is in your life is that very reason. Think about it. If you know that something is wrong and you have this light inside of you, why would you come to a metaphorically dark place? If you know how you're feeling, imagine how everyone else feels. But remember, that's the fuel. Because you're not responsible for saving this world or saving your family or trying to start a revolution. So then you begin to ask, what's your place here? You remember the conversation in the kitchen with the Oracle and Neo, and she was like, I can see an end. I can see the destruction. I can see death. And he asked, what is it? And he was like, and she said, it's your opposite. He is you. The Agent Smith that's terrifying and making everything worser. All of these feelings lead you to a better understanding of your mind, your body, your soul, the earth, the universe, God, the quantum realm, the self-mastery, the ascended masters that everybody brags about in different hemispheres of the planet. Moral of the story is that everything that you are feeling right now is only leading you more to yourself. More to breaking out of the compression and the suppression of yourself. Now, this is what I do on my YouTube channel. The programs that are hacking your ability to connect with source. Anytime when there's something going on, I do my best to try to anchor you and ground you where you truly are, which is in your source. We are in this simulation. We are on a journey. I'm going to expand more on this in my YouTube channel and make a YouTube video about it and show y'all the different perspectives of people talking. And yeah, so if you want to, you can come find me there. I hope that maybe this helped a little bit, but yeah.
Abundance, and gratitude to all. As I stated to you once before, that the education system is created to continue to destroy your imagination, to get you to only imagine their world, which is building and creating their world. You think you literally have to physically put a building together in order for it to be built and created. No, the thought has to be there first. This is why they indoctrinate our children in school to be football, basketball players, sports entertainers, music entertainers, thugs, gangsters, to be the president of the United States, to be a politician, because you don't have to physically become that. But if you're thinking that, you are breathing life into that. You are manifesting that, whether you're manifesting it for yourself or you're manifesting it for someone that looks like you. This is why school is so important. This is why even during COVID-19, they made sure that children will still be indoctrinated. Children will still be taught, even though 6 feet rule, whatever the case may be, you're still coming into this school. So I would like for you to listen to this video. The secret mechanism used to brainwash children in public schools. When you train your children that they can become a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, a police officer, a firefighter. Even though these occupations may look good surface level, these are all dark occupations. And we are breathing life into them.
If you went back 120 years, you would find that parents were the primary influence over children. But around 1903, John D. Rockefeller wanted to change that, and he used his money to make public schools the primary influence over children. And the lessons taught in public schools are determined by state education boards. So knowingly or unknowingly, teachers push that agenda, which in the modern world is CRT, gender ideology, feminism, atheism, and climate ideology. And if a child challenges or questions that teacher too much, they might not only get in trouble, but they're often sent to the principal's office because they're accused of being intolerant or even hateful. So that agenda, which is set by the political appointments of people like Gavin Newsom, is pushed by the teachers and reinforced by authority. And then your child spends 7 hours a day, 5 days a week with their classmates who have also been brainwashed. So the agenda is socially reinforced, which means it's reinforced by both authority and socially, which is why I always tell parents that only a fool would allow his enemies to educate his children. And by...
Whoa! What did he just fucking say there? Hold the fuck up.
Socially, which is why I always tell parents that only a fool would allow his enemies to educate his children. And
what?
Socially, which is why I always tell parents that only a fool would allow his enemies to educate his children. And by getting your kids out of that system, you could teach them logic and the logical fallacies, how to get back to primary documents and source information, to think about what they know and how they know it, what they think they know and why they think that, and what they heard and where they could look to find more information. And they could read the books that they would never allow in the school system, and learn to study the world through systems, like how to track people and how to track money, because we can do so much better for our kids. Check out my private homeschool community. And Cubs to Bears, books, classicallearner.com.
Only a fool will allow its enemy to educate their children. Wow. Now let me just say this to you. This individual, this human right here, is not what you would call a draconian species or Palladian species. This is one of the humans that they would consider, or their creations, that is out of pocket, because he's supposed to be in pocket. He is not supposed to be talking like this. So he is one of those, what you would call complex cells, that rebelled against his God, against his creator, and his creator would feel some type of way. So they're free game. I appreciate him for putting this video together, even though it was to promote his education, or his schooling, you know what I mean, when it comes to children. Let me tell you this: honeybees should teach honeybees. Elephants should teach elephants. Grasshoppers should teach grasshoppers. Flies should teach flies. Black ants should teach black ants. Red ants should teach red ants. All of this mixed species teaching is not even, let me just make this clear. So-called black people are not even teaching or medically evaluating our own children. Our children are being taught by a foreign species, a species that is not natural to the planet. There are a lot of books and a lot of people have came out over the last several years speaking about how the education system is an extension of slavery. And they have proven this in peer reviews. But however, this is not reaching the so-called black community in its totality, because we still feel as though our children are learning something, and they're learning absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Only thing they're learning how to do is become more dumber, become more slaves, become more independent. Become more dependent. And on top of that, they're becoming, they're being diagnosed more with dyslexia, learning disability. And we don't have a learning disability. We have a learning disability when it comes to teaching deaf. And that's what's happening to our children. And they're medically evaluating us falsely because we don't want to adapt to their worlds no longer. Our soul would not allow it to happen. And because we fall short on anatomy, all branches of anatomy, genetics, chemistry, neurology, physics. We need to know the basics of all anatomy. And when you have the basics, you will not allow this to take place. This is outright abuse. That is, when it comes to the complex cell, when it comes to other races, this is not, that's not abuse to them. Just understand this. But to us, this is outright abuse and outright genocide. You don't have to physically kill someone in order for them to be dead. Think about what I just said to you. Abundance and gratitude to all. More importantly, let me show you something. Pause. Okay. Every teacher, for the most part, knows about this man, John Taylor Gatto. Every teacher knows about him. And if they don't know, I would recommend you get one of his books and then hand it over to the teacher and ask her to check it out. And matter of fact, give it to your children and read it with your children. It's nothing wrong with this. This is why he stated in the school, they consider children that question. You're not supposed to question life. You question, you are considered insubordinate, and you are a troublemaker in the classroom, and they send you away to the principal so that way that you can get disciplined. The fuck that. Our children needs to question everything. We are sending our children to school wrong. We are sending them unprepared. We're putting them in the battlefield. School is a war zone for their mind. So here we go. John Taylor Gatto, renowned teacher and author who became a prominent critic of the modern American public school system. Gatto famously resigned from his position after 26 years to protest a system he believed harmed children by enforcing conformity and dependency. He authored influential books like Dumbing Us Down and The Underground History of Education. I don't have the book Dumbing Us Down. I have the book The Underground History of Education. That is very deep. And his work critiques the system suppression of genius and its focus on the social control over true education. This man was working in the school system for 26 years. And you know what he did? He questioned the school system. And when he started questioning and started doing research on how the school system was birthed, You have to look at the birth of every system that is made. Look at where it comes at in its root. And when you do that, if you're able to go down that rabbit hole and deal with what you are going to read and come across, then you will heal as an individual. If you're not, then that's because you have conformed. You want to be in the conditions that you are in, because again, a lot of people found success, or they found a coping mechanism that lead to fake success or give them the illusion of success, because they're using coping mechanisms to get through the death in which they are living. Like I stated to you before, you do not have to be physically dead in order for you to be dead. It starts with the mind first. Your mind creates reality. You have people on this planet that couldn't even speak. You have people on this planet that could talk but very silent, and all of a sudden they went on a killing spree, or they killed everybody and then killed themselves. You know why? Because the mind, the thoughts that flow through your mind. See, the organic species of this planet, when you talk to yourself, you hear your voice in your mind. What do other races of people say when they commit crimes or they go on a killing spree, or serial killers? They hear another voice in their mind. They don't hear their voice. They hear another voice in their mind. I need to get off the internet because I be talking some real deep shit. Abundance and gratitude to you all.
So whatever happened to these people that talking about my president is black, my Lambo is blue, and I'll be goddamn if my rims ain't too, mama ain't at home, daddy's still in jail, trying to make a play, anybody seen the scale? Whatever happened to y'all? See, y'all were really the ops, man. You guys were working in conjunction with these so-called parasites of this world, because we already know now that BET is not black owned. BET is not black owned. I hope you guys know that, right? You guys were really the ops working in conjunction with these people that were trying to put us in jail because y'all were really trying to take over. See, I told you guys, America has accumulated about over 400, 500 years of karma. I don't know how long you guys been here for, because you guys lie about everything. You guys lie about everything. You guys lie about dates. You guys lie about your name, everything. In fact, your name is not even your name. You guys took our names and basically switched everything. You guys are complete liars. But now we don't hear a peep from you guys. You rappers, Jay-Z, I don't hear a peep from you guys. Where are you guys? What happened? Now that your country, your corporation is getting dismantled and it's crumbling right in front of you guys have nothing to say. In fact, you guys are moving out of the country now. The karma is real, you guys. And just because it's not happening as fast as we want it to, don't worry. It's not happening as fast as we want to, but it's happening in real time, because the spirit world wants you guys to see it. It's happening. It's unwinding. See, y'all thought it was going to be one of us that come through and basically kick y'all off this world, kick y'all off this planet. But it's actually one of you guys that look like one of you guys that's working for us. That's why Trump always telling you he's playing 5D chess. 5D chess is what we play, baby. The shift is here and you guys are feeling it. Y'all see it. Let's continue to get it, y'all. Peace.
Because again, I personally haven't, and I don't think a lot of you have. I think this is the first time in history this has ever been shown. And again, I just thought this was amazing, and I thought that you guys would find it interesting, so I dropped the chop for you. Anyway, my people, if you're with me, let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
With God and the angels, right? And God's like, hey, yo, Enoch, look at those tiny little bright lights. They're called stars. They're actually divine beings. They each have their own job, their own orbit. But sometimes, occasionally, some of them like to freestyle their trajectory, and I have to banish them. Fast forward to today, NASA has found a comet, 3I Atlas, that is moving at 130,000 miles per hour like it's late to the rapture. It's spewing water like a cosmic water hose, and it's glowing green, which is not unusual for comets. But still, that sounds a whole lot like what God was describing to Enoch in the book of Luminaries. Because Enoch would have said, yup, just another rebellious luminary. Meanwhile, scientists are over here telling us it's just dust and ice. Enoch wasn't the only one that talked about rebellious stars, though. You've got the Hopi Nation talking about the blue star Kachina. The Mayans believed that a comet would come along and reset the world. And then, of course, in Revelation, you have the wormwood prophecy that's going to turn the waters bitter. 3 different cultures, one message that when a star breaks orbit, humanity is going to get its ass whooping for how it acts. Maybe these aren't warnings of doom. Maybe they're just celestial reminders that we should respect the earth and shift with it when it shifts. Because whether 3i Atlas is a rebel star, a celestial messenger, or just space ice with main character energy, it is on brand for the end of the world. Or is it just another Tuesday in 2025? I don't know. Rebellious stars. Because whether 3i Atlas is just a
Have you guys seen this 60-minute interview with financial journalist Andrew Sorkin? These two people go into detail about how we're getting ready to see a crash very soon, but they don't explain when or how fast it's going to happen. But I want you to pay attention to the details, y'all. Pay attention. Check this out.
Do you think that we will have a crash or not?
The answer is we will have a crash. I just can't tell you when, and I can't tell you how deep. But I can assure you, unfortunately, I wish I wasn't saying this, we will have a crash.
I know you guys see it. And I know there's no way in hell that that lady that's sitting right across from him did not see it. And then she proceeds with the interview. She proceeds to ask him that question. And there was a little lag. Maybe she was trying to tell him about it. But why would they continue the interview? Do y'all see that? And then even her, she doesn't look normal either. Is it me, or does this lady look like some type of gray? Do you guys see the resemblance over here? Look at this, y'all. And they told us, right, these gray beings were created by the reptilian beings as stewards. Like, they're the ones that go and do the dirty work for the reptilians. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You have no idea who these people are. Your neighbors, your friends, you have no idea. They're not human. They just told y'all. But the jig is up, man. The shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.